Welcome to D. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Middle World Series Game 7. Dagger! It's 1974. The Washington Capitals are the 2018 Stanley Cup champions. I like that. You gotta like that, right?
Despite all this, despite the churn, my approval ratings keep going up.
We are ready to give our 500% support back to this franchise, back to this city, back to this team after Snyder leaves. And then this is the boo-boo you put on the field.
For the very first time, the Washington Mystics are WNBA champions.
The Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
I'm going to support fake teams that can't ruin my life.
Did you call bank? I'll call bank.
Thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
Hello, one. Hello, all. Episode 371 of the DTC podcast. My name is Joe. FP is here. Dala is here. The NFL season has officially ended, boys. Welcome to the offseason. It begins anew. We are about 21 weeks from football. So that's where we are. That's the state of the pod. I mean, we're definitely going to talk about the Super Bowl. There's two halftime shows that need to be discussed. There is a coach that accepted a job during a post-game interview after just winning the Super Bowl. I thought that was interested to get your thoughts on that as well. Darnold is a Super Bowl winning quarterback at this point. There was so much actually that happened yesterday that was better than the game.
Drake May sucks.
I figured, the over-under was 3 minutes, and I think 2 minutes and 12 seconds into the show was the first Drake May sounder from FP. So that clocks. That's about right. Yeah, I mean, you were very vocal in the offline chat. That was maybe in all the years we've been doing the show, FP, that was the least discussed game that Super Bowl that I can remember. There was basically no chatter.
That might be the most painful football game in general that I've seen in a very long time. Like that Super Bowl, it was on the level of like a Jets versus Browns Thursday night terribleness in terms of entertainment value. And just I just have complaints all around. The NFL has such a huge problem on their hands for having like the Super Bowl becoming this massive entertainment event, and it's just crap now. Like the game sucked. It should have been Bills Rams. The commercials are terrible. Everybody just punts to the interns that use AI.
You're upset about,
everything was terrible.
Hold on. So you're upset about you're upset about the game itself, the teams that were in it, and the production value? Everything?
Yes, all of it.
Okay.
All of it. Don't give me Chris Collinsworth, Mike Tirico, first of all. I don't know how that man can do NBA on NBC and the Olympics
and the Super Bowl. I love
Tirico's phenomenal. Did you see he was doing Welcome to the Olympics primetime on the field as they were celebrating the Super Bowl? That's ridiculous.
Yes.
But everything else is trash. The teams are trash. The gameplay was trash. We can discuss the football of it, but just the commercials are trash. There's no entertainment. The Super Bowl used to be like this big like event. And I remember being like riding on like a 9 or a 10 in terms of like excitement and paying attention and things to do and things to discuss. Maybe it's just because I'm old, but I was sitting there yesterday. First of all, the Super Bowl needs to start at 3:00. Starting at 6:30 is ridiculous. If you're going to make like this whole spectacle out of it, there's no reason for us to all be tired today. And we didn't get anything out of yesterday.
I can't say I disagree with much with what you just said. I will challenge you on a couple things, but Andy, what was your, I guess are you as down as FP is? I mean, he's not feeling great.
Yeah, the game was pretty awful. I think.
Thanks for clearing your throat in our ears. It's great. Thanks.
That was an emphasis. Clear the throat.
Yeah. I'm here. Andy, yeah. Andy's here. Okay.
Yeah, the game sucked, right? Nobody's going to disagree with that. Commercials, maybe one. that was good. 2, 3, no chance. The 2 commercials tops
Sure.
was watchable. I thought that the halftime show was going to be somewhat decent going into the Super Bowl. I was optimistic, to be honest with you, because I like Bad Bunny. I thought he's a good performer.
It's Bad Bunny.
Halftime
Bad
show was
Bunny.
really bad. And
Really?
not only that, but like, have you guys seen the clips of the point of view of the folks that were in the stadium watching the Super Bowl show?
Like your neighbors have a party.
It was such a horrendous production for the folks in the stadium. It was like
You know,
a
I'm
maze with
torn up.
trees and
But honestly, I'm
not
torn
a
on
good
that one
halftime
because
show.
you're right. You're spending thousands of dollars to be there. There's 60,000 people there. There's 25 million watching on TV. So putting the point of emphasis, I guess, on the TV production or how it looks on TV is not the worst decision. I might be in the minority here. I mean, FP, did you watch the halftime show? Andy wasn't thrilled with it. The official halftime show. Did you see it, FP? Did you watch?
I watched
So the TV production version of it was kind of entertaining. I just didn't understand the word he said. It was entertaining. I just didn't understand the word. Took away from it.
I'll separate my takes on the halftime show in 2, right? Musical value and production value. I enjoy Bad Bunny's music, but it needs to be more of like a headphone audiophile, feel the bass type atmosphere. It doesn't really translate to me. It doesn't really translate to a stadium type song, right? Because it throws the emphasis on lyrics. And I don't just mean like they were in Spanish versus English, whatever. I just mean audio quality. It throws the emphasis on lyrics, and that type of music, you have to feel the music, right? Everybody's sitting there dancing to it.
Tell him he's basically dancing right now.
No, I'm saying like everybody's sitting there in the stadium dancing and vibing, which is great. But then you get into what Andy's saying, like the people that get to feel the music couldn't see what was happening, and the people that could see that what was happening couldn't feel the music. You need to find a balance between the two. I think from the TV's aspect, the production value was maybe one of the better ones we've seen for the halftime show.
I mean, that was an extensive set, and the sugar canes and the whatever,
and dropping through and the cutover scenes and all like that was really good production value. Listen, at the end of the day, the message that he did, it wasn't political. It was more focused on unity, and I'm all for that, right? Give me the unity part of it and all of that. That's a good message. And he had like a little on the nose stuff with the political, but every artist with a platform does that.
Absolutely. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. We see that at every award show too. So I might be in the minority here. I didn't mind the halftime show. I think a lot of people got in their feelings, about the threat of him wearing a dress, or he's going to perform the whole thing in Spanish, which obviously he did. I mean, he is Puerto Rican, right? I mean, he is an American, and I want to make that very clear. However, the music is not synonymous with football. That's kind of where I felt. Like if this was like maybe World Cup, like you wouldn't do this for a hockey match, right? Or like you wouldn't do this to open the Stanley Cup Finals. Like you wouldn't do that, right? So I think that's a reasonable criticism. I also watched. I don't know if you guys did either of you check out the Turning Point Kid Rock halftime show?
I saw Instagram recaps of it, and that had zero production value. I think my biggest thing was Kid Rock just lip syncing a pre-recorded event.
Yeah, I mean,
like the microphone never being in front of him.
But
like,
Kid Rock
make it better.
And rock and roll, I think it just fits better. I think it's a weird criticism, and I understand how it sounds, but I hope people hear it, for what I intended to be here. This is not a hot take. Kid Rock is more halftime show of an NFL Super Bowl than Bad Bunny. Doesn't mean he's better.
No. NFL Super Bowl halftime show, you have to be a top charting artist. Kid Rock has never been a top charting artist.
Well, I didn't say Kid Rock. I didn't say him specifically, but like there are like the Maroon 5 halftime show was a great halftime show. Like there are other rock acts that have done halftime shows that have been great. Right? I mean,
if you look at the string of halftime shows that you've had, let's say like pre and post Nip Slip with Justin Timberlake, right?
Okay.
Pre that moment, they were trying to like liven it up and cater to the youth. And you had like Black Eyed Peas, you had Justin Timberlake, you had Beyonce, you had like Destiny's Child, you had all of these people, and you go all the way back. Prince, amazing. Go even further back, you have Michael Jackson starting in
Original.
93.
Sure.
All amazing shows. Nip slip happens, NFL overcorrects, and then you got a string of
Old sleepy rock.
very old school rock.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Super Bowl shows, and I think
Yes.
it shifted, and then that happened
We've
for like
had
a
good ones. My point, FP, is we've had good ones. Maroon 5 was a good halftime show.
Yeah.
What's his face? Not Gambino. What's the not the Weekend?
Kendrick Lamar, and you had Bruno Mars.
Kendrick Lamar was actually one of the worst in my opinion.
Well,
But like
I
the LA,
would say,
the SoFi halftime show with Dre and
was
Snoop,
amazing.
that was a great show. So it was fine. I think the people that were like adamant that it was the worst halftime show ever, I don't think we're paying attention to it at all. I think they're being hot takey and trying to be, instill a certain, feeling or way. I don't think it was terrible. Like, it doesn't rank in the bottom halftime or Super Bowl performances by any means. It was a good production. It was a good set. I didn't understand much of it, right? I mean, that's the main criticism, is that it, I don't think.
I mean, there's a lot of people that said they didn't understand Kendrick Lamar's, and it was similar criticisms.
And that's fair. And honestly, it's fair. That is a fair point.
And it shouldn't be, that shouldn't be a politically charged statement.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. And I agree with you on that. The one thing I don't understand, though, and Andy, I don't know if you have a thought on this. Why doesn't any other network, I mean, Turning Point ran basically, a counter Super Bowl thing. Like they tried for those 20, 30, 40 minutes to steal some eyeballs. Why doesn't every network do that? I guess this is just an open-ended question, but
it's got to be like some kind of licensing issue. Like, it's got to be, right? Or like, I don't understand.
You're saying like the NFL doesn't want any of its partners. So like Fox and
you can't like associate. I mean, you can't associate halftime show or Super Bowl NFL halftime show with a different production. There's no way they let that.
I mean, that's fair, but like, what stops a band from performing on X on?
Just don't call it. I mean, there's nothing, but you can't call it an NFL.
Yeah,
like,
but listen, you're not gonna pull eyes. The whole thing with the halftime show is
the numbers. Did you see the numbers that the Turning Point Kid Rock show did?
I mean, I've seen different numbers. I've seen
4.7 million,
4.7 up to 10, in like somewhere between there.
4.7 that's not a small audience.
That's not 135 million.
No, well, of course not, right? But the whole idea is the counter programming. Like, is there a market for it? Yeah, I don't know.
I think from strictly like viewership ratings, there's no point in paying to compete, because the whole thing with the halftime show is it's on TV while everybody is at their party or whatever.
Sure.
Re-upping on food, getting more drinks, talking, whatever, and they're just kind of waiting it out, right? It's not supposed to be the focal point, right? Like, it's a 15-minute concert while you're getting a new drink or redoing your keg or whatever.
I feel like growing up, there was always I don't watch football, I'm here for the commercials people. I feel like those people have dwindled. Like, as we've just gotten older and we don't pay attention to them as much, but like the commercial only people generally aren't as prevalent, I think, as they once were.
The commercial only people now are halftime and commercial people. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
She just only care about the commercials and halftime. But
so what did she think of the show? What did she think of halftime show?
She thought it, like me, she thought it was entertaining, but the problem is like we couldn't connect to it. We didn't know what he was saying. Had we been like Spanish speakers or even like understood a fraction of Spanish, I feel like we would have connected a lot more with it. That's fair. And it would have felt completely different to us.
Or if the music was just
know what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was sitting there in a basement with like elite surround sound setup, right? Like Sonos speakers, Sonos sub, like all around you, like the speakers that were presenting me the halftime show were doing nothing to help the halftime show because the music itself wasn't coming through in the broadcast. And I think for those of us that enjoy Bad Bunny, like Andy said it, I said, we enjoy Bad Bunny. We don't know what he says when we listen to it in our car, but it sounds better, right? You can vibe with it better because you feel it, right? You feel bass, you feel energy. You're getting it through the speakers. It doesn't come in the Super Bowl show. And you need to almost find it's a hard formula, right? You have to find like a top charting artist across whatever genre that has all eyes on them in the moment. But
Who can
you also
carry
have
a
to find one.
Yeah, they have to
Yeah,
be.
you have to find it. Yeah,
They have to
come
This
be.
was
through.
this was all a marketing stunt. Like everybody
always
knows, like this is him or Goodell and the NFL trying to reach a different market. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's all
but
part
see,
of the
but-
grand
okay, but
scheme of
this is-
things. It's the
I'm
bigger
glad you
picture.
brought that up because in the end, this is my primary issue. I have two primary issues with the NFL. One, they can't consistently tell me what a catch is, and two, the need to constantly try to export this game to places that don't play the game doesn't make sense to me. Right? It's different when the EPL says we're going to put some exhibition games in America. Well, America does play soccer, just not at the level of the Europeans. But we understand the sport, and we have, an academy system that supports teams, and we have a professional league. Like there is familiarity with the product, and we have our own version of it. So yes, we're not getting the A1A players, right? We're just getting exhibition players or roster fillers, but we understand the game. This constant need to export the NFL to Brazil and to Spain and to France and to Germany, like everywhere they've tried to play American football, including NFL Europe, has failed. Right? So this constant, and next year they're going to Australia, like this constant pressing need to make the NFL big outside of America, to me, is problematic. Right? So if you're from Latin America and you enjoyed Bad Bunny's halftime performance, it's great. You can only buy a ticket to one game next season.
It's
if
greed.
it's playing near you.
They've
right?
tapped out. They've reached their money cap here in America. Like they've
Do
tapped
you
out.
really
They just
believe
want
that?
more
Though?
money.
Do you think that's true, Andy? Do you think that they've oversaturated the United
I
States?
really do.
football
I
consumer?
really do. They put like the
That's
NFL
interesting.
Combine on like primetime TV. Anything NFL, there is a primetime slot.
Honestly,
on
I didn't
TV
think of
for it.
that, but you're 100% right. Everything is monetized. Everything is sponsored.
What else? Yeah. What else
even
can
schedule
they
releases now.
monetize?
There's
Schedule
an
releases
ESPN
literally
special.
primetime.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think we will see a regression in popularity of the NFL if they keep on this path? Naturally oversaturation will water down your product. Like it's not as special if you're right. The NFL is a 17, 18, 19 week season. If it becomes a 30-week season, well, I'll just watch next week, right? Doesn't that mentality start to kick in at some point? There's too much of it.
Yeah, I
that's
doubt
how
they're
you
ever going to
treat,
get
like,
to that.
No, but I think what the NFL needs to do is ensure that the product that they're trying to monetize is good, right? Make the game good. You do that by fixing all of the complaints that we've had prior to the Super Bowl.
That's fair. But
This was a trash game. The football side of it, this was a trash game. You should have never had Seahawks Patriots. It was terrible. You have to change something. You have to make all playoff games not impacted by weather. You have to redo your seating. You have to fix officiating. This was not the two best teams in the NFL playing.
You're throwing a bunch of stuff here together. The officiating was not a problem yesterday, and it wasn't a problem with the exception of 2 or 3 plays. I know. I hear you. I'm saying, but last night during the Super Bowl, the officiating was not a problem. Okay, the idea of like fair weather games or everything has to play in the dome, I personally would vote against that. I think there should be an element of the elements, right? And certain cities like Minnesota should go back to playing outdoors, right? When their next stadium comes around.
I'm saying like championship games should not be weather impacted. You should give it the same as the Super Bowl treatment. Super Bowl is never going to be weather impacted stadium. Your AFC and your NFC championships should also not be weather impacted.
Then you really diminish home field advantage, don't you? Like what, you're going to have 3 neutral sites host the 3 final games of the season. And
yeah, you can get home field advantage for everything else. You can fight for your bye week. You can fight for home field to get to the conference game. But once you get in the conference championship, neutral site, no weather impact.
The Skins, hopefully, God willing, one day we qualify to have a first place finish in a bye week and we get to the conference championship, but we have to go play in Carolina. Because Carolina's hosting?
No, because DC is going to build a stadium, a dome, right? All of these new stadiums are being built. They're being built with the idea of we want to host the Super Bowl. We want to be weather neutral.
Honestly, it's not a terrible idea the way you're describing it. But how do you do the Eagles hosting the Eagles as the 1 seed are playing in the Commanders building against the Lions because the Commanders building was select
Are we still talking about the product on the field? Because I feel like we didn't even close that loop out. No matter how terrible the product is, they are going to get their money because we are obsessed with football. I don't think.
So
I don't
I would
think
challenge
can-
you on that because the
I
NBA
don't
was
think you
untouchable
can-
for a long time. The NBA was untouchable for 3
Yeah,
decades.
they
basically.
ruined the product.
And the product was ruined by the terrible the on court.
It's different. In the NFL, like you don't have a LeBron James. Like it just doesn't. There's no one player.
Well,
that
you had it
dominates.
for a little bit. Everybody was kind of sick of the Super Bowl when it was Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, and then they got sick of it when it was Pat Mahomes, Pat Mahomes, Pat Mahomes, Pat Mahomes. Like you kind of see it a little bit, but it's just all of yesterday, and this is the first time I felt this way watching the Super Bowl. From 3:30 when I got to like the Super Bowl party that I went to freaking 10:30, 11 o'clock, I was just bored. There was nothing. The pregame shows are all terrible. The commentary is all terrible. There's no real like reporting anymore. All the fluff pieces. Then you get into the game. It was just so lackluster.
I know what
right?
you're saying.
For
I get what you're
being
saying.
your
but there-
ultimate product.
There is never going to be a year that you don't watch the Super Bowl. Like that is how locked in America is on football. There is no chance.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
this
care
is
what
the
you say,
first
the next
year
minute
that I didn't.
you will
This is the
always
first
watch
year
the Super
that
Bowl.
by the start of the third quarter, I was checked out.
It was a bad, but
I was
mean, look,
fighting to stay awake.
we've gone 21 minutes. We haven't even talked about the game, right? I mean, that's how bad the game was. I don't even recall in the history of this show coming on the Monday after a Super Bowl and spending 20 minutes talking about anything except the product on the field. Like
Well,
we haven't
Joe,
had a segment like that in a while.
I feel like you have some poo-poo to eat.
Because it's Sam Darnold.
No, and thinking that we drafted the wrong quarterback and going on and on about
Bring it,
Drake
Andy.
May
Bring
being
it.
better and this and that. Like,
Bring
come
it,
on, you got
Andy.
Drake May for
I
the
mean, I
past
don't
two
even know what you're
NFL
talking
games has thrown for like. I mean, he threw a lot yesterday, but he was terrible. He is not who everybody thought he was.
You have to remind me. I don't even remember what you're talking about. I don't even.
There was a stint. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but there was a stint in time. Yeah.
It was not Drake May's best performance, and what FP and you have been saying for weeks leading up to this played out exactly. Unfortunately, this game played out exactly as everybody predicted, including the three of us last week, which was this likely won't be competitive. The Patriots really don't stand a chance unless Drake May goes absolutely bananas, and Seattle is a complete team. Like these are all things we said, and it played out exactly that way. Now, why couldn't I vote for the kicker to be the MVP? I'm not entirely sure. I don't have a problem with Walker winning it. I mean, I think KW9 had a great game. I mean, that's
He deserved it.
Yeah, and he's a free agent, and he's going to make a boatload of money somewhere else next season. But he was very deserving. Like no challenge from me on MVP. But it's Drake May was. They were never in it, right? I mean, did anyone feel differently? Like the Patriots were never in that game.
Not at all. Not at all.
I mean, the opening 7 punt possessions to start the game. I mean, there was no.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's more a testament to Mike McDonald and calling that defense, because he was saying like they were reading the O-line, right? They were reading the Patriots O-line. They knew exactly what was coming. They knew exactly how to blitz. They knew exactly what to do. The Patriots couldn't adjust. They couldn't course correct. They did nothing right. They kept falling into the same blitz trap to get a sack.
100%.
Like
100%. They felt
that's just poor product, right? Like you're a Super Bowl team.
Yes, it felt like the Patriots
They
ran.
never should have made it.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been there, right? It felt like what happened to the Commanders against the Eagles last year. Like they just ran into a buzzsaw that didn't even skip a beat.
Honestly, we actually played really good against the Eagles. It's just we had so many stupid turnovers. I don't want to revisit that, but like our wide receivers kept dropping the balls.
Your product wasn't as bad as what the Patriots were against the Seahawks.
I mean, okay. I mean, I won't argue it. I won't push back on that too much. But
the reason I remember that is because I just watched the highlights of that game, and we actually balled out. We played really well. It's just we had so many turnovers.
When when he houses a touchdown in the first play of the game, you're toast.
It's deflating. Yeah,
it's deflating. And I will say this too. Anybody that was complaining about Stafford winning the MVP, I don't want to hear it.
You can't say anything anymore.
I can't believe May was second. That's ridiculous.
It's not. It's May being second. I think was unreasonable in my opinion. Right. I know I'm big on Drake May, but that was preposterous that he would be that close. It should have been Darnold, I think, maybe in a second. But Matt Stafford, I mean, what we saw yesterday, and I saw this stat, I'm going to share it with you in a second. What we saw on the field, the Seahawks defense, as Andy has been pointing out, basically for the 7-8 weeks to end the season, this is the Legion of Boom Part 2. This is the best defense in the league. They were cruise control. The only team that could have beat them throughout the, their playoff run would have been the Rams. I mean, and that is the truth. The 2-point conversion that was like literally decided home field. The rest is history. But anybody that's arguing about Matt Stafford and not being the unanimous MVP, he threw for 8 touchdowns and no interceptions with a total of 961 yards against the Seahawks defense this season in 3 games. He's the MVP. He's the only one that was able to consistently go get points against this defense for the entire season. And he did it 3 different times.
Yeah.
So like he is absolutely deserving of his flowers. And I love that he used the stage at the, was it the ESPYs, the NFL awards, whatever. They don't do the ESPYs.
NFL honors.
Yeah. Well, thank you. To basically say I'm coming back. And McVay was the first one to stand up and pull it out and basically yes, we're going to do it. We're going to run it back. And on the opposite end of it, I mean, it's hard to cheer against Sam Darnold, boys. Like, I don't know how you feel about Sam Darnold. I'm really happy for him. I mean, that's like just.
Yeah, I think he did the unthinkable. He was.
You know how many teams he's played for? Off the top of your head?
Five teams.
And you name the 5 teams.
Jets.
Yes.
Panthers.
Yes.
Niners.
Yeah.
Vikings. Seahawks.
Yeah. I forgot about the Niners, but he actually knew that stadium. And it was just interesting that it wasn't just a division rival, but he actually was in that stadium for a better part of a half season. But
it's always funny to me that because I always forget the Niners too, because everybody always in any interview for Darnold, they're like, how does it feel to be in your first Super Bowl? Or always say first. And he's like, well, I've actually been here before with the Niners. Like,
yes,
I've been here before, so it's not my first. So he always corrects him. And everybody forgets about that.
Andy, did you see that the photo of him with his dad when he was 10 years old, like literally, or 10 years ago? He was at the Super Bowl in the first Super Bowl that was hosted at Levi Stadium. Like, this was the culmination of. I mean, this is wild, and I'm actually really happy for him. I saw this too, and I'm going to share this. I'm just going to read it verbatim, but. After Sam Darnold won his first NFL game as a Jet, did you see this today?
I saw this quote.
After he won his first game as a Jet, then head coach Todd Bowles said the following, trying to calm people down in New York. We won 1 game. I can tell you after about 100 more of them, whether we have one or not. Right now, it's a little too early to know about Darnold. Do you know what game number Darnold played in yesterday? The Super Bowl?
101.
101 was yesterday.
That's pretty cool.
How sweet is that poetic justice? I was so happy for him, like just as a competitor to get this. And honestly, yeah, the Vikings should fire their GM. I mean, that's the truth. You had this guy in your building. He won 14 games last year. You said, no, thanks. We're going to go with the kid. He just pulled off another 14-win season with an NFC rival team, secured first place, and won the Super Bowl. Could it not have been the Vikings, boys? Could the Vikings not have been
the Vikings?
Position?
It definitely could have been the Vikings.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but again, just to pivot back on the Patriots here for a second, they're missing 1 key piece, in my opinion, because their defense
Big wide receiver.
They need a one of one wide receiver. And there's one that we talked about previously, a little disgruntled, has experience with Vrabel, that they should go get immediately.
I don't know if they're actually 1 piece away, to be honest with you. I think they were put together with bubble gum and paper clips and Band-Aids. They are not built from the draft. They're built through free agency. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know their contracts and their situations and who's making money and who's not, but they're probably going to be somewhat like us. Like half that team's probably not going to be around again next year, and they're going to struggle. That's my guess.
Well, I would say after yesterday, probably one of their bigger needs is shoring up that offensive line because they couldn't give Drake May
got wrecked.
any time, right? And a lot of it was on him, but like the left tackle was struggling, the whole line was struggling. He was getting sacked. It was a Super Bowl sack record for the Seahawks. Like,
Yeah.
you can't. And here's the thing: you would have noticed that earlier if they had a tougher schedule, if they were playing better defenses, if they were going against opponents that were really challenging this team. And you didn't really see it until they went up against the Seahawks. You're like, oh yeah, they like the cupcake schedule really shined yesterday because the Seahawks weren't doing anything special. They were rushing 4.
It was a very vanilla game. It was a very vanilla game. Yeah. There was nothing exotic there. But did we not call it exactly like this last week?
Yeah.
I mean,
we almost hit on my score of 35-10. Like, that's how much of a blowout it was.
Did anybody have 9-0 though going into half? I mean, it was tough, man.
I mean, it's such a, like, it should have been Bills, Rams, or Bills, Seahawks. The Bills are the best AFC team, or the Jaguars.
I would have loved
but
to
the
see
I mean, but the Jags lost a heartbreaker to the Bills, and that was a good game. But
yes, it was. Yep.
You needed Josh Allen in that game. Like, I feel bad for Bills fans because this was it. This was
saying like star power or just well, yeah, I agree with you.
Both.
So what's interesting is nobody would argue against the Seahawks earning their spot as the NFC representative, right? I mean, is there another team that you would?
Yeah, no, they were pretty dominant. Them and the Rams are 1-2 for the NFC.
The irony is you just named 3 teams or 2 teams that would have better represented the AFC, right? The Bills, the Jags. I would still stand by my comment from a month ago. I think you could have grabbed the Bengals off the bench, like literally from their beds 2 nights ago, and threw them in the Super Bowl. And
it would have been a more offensive explosion game
because they can do it. They can go get points against pretty much anyone. Now it's all revisionist, and it's how would you ever know that, right? But I mean, you could. That's just the reality. Like they're a better constructed team.
But if you're the competition committee, or if you're Roger Goodell and you're seeing how bad that game was, there's no way Roger Goodell Monday morning is happy with the football product that he saw, right? Even to the point where like the NBC cameras panned to Robert Kraft, and he was yawning. And his team's in the Super Bowl. Like, come on.
I mean, he's 90.
You have to revisit so much in the offseason.
But FP, you can't penalize them for playing the teams on their schedule, right? I mean, you can't penalize them.
But I'm saying the NFL has to fix the problem where a team like the Patriots.
I'm saying, how do you fix it? Like what did they do wrong? They beat everybody on their schedule.
No, but I'm saying you need to do
small
things. You need to do small things. No, you need to do small things. Right? You need to be able to challenge any and every play outside of a 2-minute warning. Every coach, if it's a pass interference or a catch, not a catch, the competition committee needs to be like, okay, we screwed up. We need to make it that you can challenge these types of plays, or instant replay helps with these types of plays. Or if instant replay shows a penalty that was missed, we can retroactively go back and throw the flag. There's so many little things that you can do.
I would say on that one,
committee.
I don't think you can retroactively call a flag or call a penalty. I think under review you can undo one that was poorly.
No, I think they need to do it where if instant replay is trying to find where the ball was spotted, or if it was a forward pass or whatever, and they missed like a face mask or something, they could be like, actually, you know what? Flag, there was a face mask on this one. Right. And there's
that's a tough precedent, man.
It's tough, but I mean, I think the UFL is already doing that, right? I think.
Oh, we take our cues from the UFL now.
No, but I'm saying you essentially have like a dev environment where you can see how it's working, and then the competition committee can look at it and be like, let's pull this out.
And it's
but you have to fix something. You can't do that. You can't go into next season and it'd be the same controversy all of playoffs, and then your end result is a terrible game.
You're opening the door to people challenging that the refs are tinkering with the game, and because
are they not? Can you prove they're not?
No, you can't.
I mean, you have Giannis saying he's going to be traded, and then 5 minutes later he says he's on the
I love that
Kalshi
you brought
board.
that up. I love that you brought that up. And
Gambling is everywhere.
AI
Every single commercial was AI, gambling, and cryptocurrency. Like,
let me be very clear about this. Okay, this is Joe's take here on Giannis. He should be suspended for the remainder of the season.
agreed.
Season over
And
for
fined
Giannis.
significantly.
You can't start a rumor to run up the prop betting on you getting traded on an unregulated site or online bookie that you own a piece of, just to basically it's the most dishonest and disgusting thing I've seen or like that has been proven in a long time.
But looking at that, there's no way you can think that there isn't bleed through in sports gambling controversy in the NFL.
There definitely is.
Of course,
We know there is.
Wasn't
It's
it
gonna ruin sports?
Wasn't it who was the receiver that was suspended? The Falcons receiver that was suspended for the remainder for like a whole season because he was gambling on sports. Who am I thinking
Oh,
of?
I remember who you're talking about. The
Ended
little
up on
guy.
the Titans.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
Godwin? No, it wasn't Godwin.
No. There's
I was gonna say Godwin, but that wasn't right. He was a Falcon, and then he got.
Paul. Everybody, you drafted him on your fantasy team this year, Paul. I forget his name.
I could look it up. He was definitely a Falcon, right?
Yeah, he
Falcon,
was.
Receiver.
Paul drafted him.
Gambling.
I want to say it was Godwin. I don't know if it was or not.
It wasn't Godwin. He went to the
Calvin
Titans.
Ridley.
Calvin
Ridley.
Suspended for the entirety of the 2022 season for gambling on games he was involved in. Giannis literally just did the same thing. And I was killing Giannis leading up to the trade deadline. And we were remiss here not talking about the Wiz a little bit, but you can't own a piece of an unregulated platform, start a rumor to make millions off of a rumor. Like, it's not right. This isn't right. And Giannis, on top of that, like, people forget 4 of his 17 brothers are on the freaking Bucks roster. Wherever he goes, there's 4 other ones that go with him. Like, there was no chance of him getting traded because he has so much freaking baggage. I digress.
Yeah, of course. But the point is, bringing it back, like, something needs to change competition committee wise.
I just don't know what, because anything you do just opens up, like, you can just have a supreme veto power if 30 owners say we don't want this team in. Like, I mean, I don't know. It just seems very difficult to try to police that.
No, however the season plays out. You can't really mess with that. I'm saying before the season starts, you gotta like, even the whole hip drop tackle. We're gonna emphasize this, but then they didn't know when or what to emphasize when you saw it. Like, there's just so many small things that they can correct that improves the product, that makes it so that the fans believe in what they're seeing, that you go away from saying this is the WWE to no, this is truly a competitive sport. This is the NFL. It is a real product, a la what you're getting with like the NHL, right? Like, nobody's second guessing calls and refs or whatever in the NHL because they're so crisp with it, right?
I mean, yes, I agree with you. That's a fair point. Does anyone disagree though? Like, the better team won.
I don't disagree. Yeah, for sure. But did you see the bit about how Sam Darnold and his rushing yards? Did anybody catch that?
No, I did not.
So the over under on his rushing yards was 5.5. He had one long run in the entire game. I think he got like 11 yards or something like that. Everybody who bet the over, fantastic, great. And then again, more conspiracy theories. I don't know if it's true or not, but like, it seems like this is popping up a lot. Like, right, every time some crazy, gambling prop loses or wins in the last second, everybody's got a problem with it. And I don't know if it's true or not anymore. But there was 2 minutes to go in the game. Sam Darnold the Seahawks had the ball. They were up by 1 million. All they had to do was just run the ball with Kenneth Walker and run the clock, right? They didn't run, or Sam Darnold missed the handoff and then decided to slide and lost exactly 6 yards on the play, bringing his total down to 5 instead of the over, which was 5.5. How many times are we having these conversations about specific plays and players that are just so lopsidedly like obvious that something is going on? And
but it's impossible to ignore. Sports gambling are ruining sport. We saw the Browns punt it from their opponent's 29.
Yeah, that's
okay. Like, let's never forget. Never forget.
Yeah.
I did want to touch on what do you guys make of Kubiak announcing he was taking the Raiders job while celebrating?
Honestly, when you said that, I didn't know that happened because I'm not gonna lie to you. As soon as they announced K9 as the MVP, I turned the TV off and went to sleep.
Yeah,
So
I mean
missed that.
they had been talking about Kubiak to the Raiders before the game online. Like it was pretty much a done deal. But he was being interviewed and he was saying, tonight's for Seattle, this and that. And the reporter kept pressing him. I forget who it was. She was doing a good job, just kind of pressing a little bit more. And he's like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm taking the job. I'm going to the Raiders, but for tonight, I'm celebrating with the 12s in my
I don't
Seattle.
think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's well. Here's what I would say. FP is being the head coach of the Raiders better than being the offensive coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks?
Yes.
You do you really believe that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're getting an opportunity to be a head coach. It's immediately going to be better. You're probably going to get Mendoza. You have a lot of weapons there. You have a brand new stadium in Las Vegas. Everything's could be trending up with the Raiders, and you can almost view it the way Mike McDonald did with the Seahawks, right? Like the pieces are there. You just need my touch, and I can turn you into Super Bowl product, right? And with Tom Brady sort of stabilizing the ownership of the Raiders, right, as far as headlines go, right, it's not necessarily a bad destination.
Andy, do you agree or disagree? Would you rather, if you were in his shoes, do you stay and try to run it back with a team that largely is intact, or do you go?
No, I mean, it's a promotion any way you look at it to be the head coach. You can orchestrate your coaching staff as you wish. You can still bring some of that magic to the next team that you're going to. I get the personnel is a little bit different, but hey, this is your baby now. This is your company, your CEO. You can do what you want with it. So I definitely would take the head coach.
Yeah. I think at this point everybody has a coach, or no? Are we still did the Browns hire anybody?
They're still waiting on Arizona, I think.
Who'd the Browns hire?
They took what's his face from the Ravens, Munkin.
Oh yeah, that's right. So who resigned from
Jim Schwartz, the DC, because
he got passed up.
He has like a little Greg Williams syndrome. He thought he should have taken over.
Well, I
mean, he didn't get it, and he's pretty
good.
Yeah, I mean, he probably should have gotten the chance.
Who'd Miami hire?
No, not Salah. Huntley or something like that.
Huntley
went to Tennessee.
Yeah, some offensive coordinator from like somewhere. I forget his name.
Everybody sorted except Arizona.
Arizona, I believe.
Yeah.
And then you also got Cliff going and joining the Rams as I don't know what his position is.
I don't know what that position is either.
With McVay,
assistant to the regional manager.
I don't know. Like, I will tell you this: Cliff with McVay, they're probably going to dream up or scheme up the most insane offense we've ever seen.
I don't know, FP. That creativity from Cliff may be dead, man. I don't know.
No, but I'm saying McVay he would be the best filter of whatever Cliff cooks up. If it meets McVay and then McVay takes it, puts his twist on it, or his, Wonder Boy, Rain Man football mind to it. Like,
there was a graphic I saw. All of the coaches that we attribute to like the Skins were all assistants on McVay's staff at one point. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like O'Connell was his OC at one point. LaFleur was his OC at one point. Didn't the other LaFleur get hired?
The other LaFleur got hired. Where did he go? He just went somewhere. He was
the OC under McVay, and he just went somewhere. Yeah, I don't remember where he went.
I forgot where he went.
Yeah. It's I mean the offseason is upon us at this point, right? We're 2 months removed, we're 1 day removed from the Super Bowl. We're 2 months away from the draft, right? And then the interest will peak at that point. Then we get the schedule, and then it's the cold dark. It's going to be a while, but we do have the Olympics. We have the NBA. We have the NHL. Andy, are you watching any Olympics? You've been killing us for the last couple of days that we're watching too much.
I actually was just watching curling before we decided to hop on.
Okay.
Intense. Did you watch this? It's the semifinals with Italy and the USA.
No spoilers. No spoilers. Okay, no spoilers. Okay. Could you be a curler? Could you be an Olympic curler?
I'm convinced I could be a curler.
I think everybody can be a curler.
I feel like I could be. I played enough bocce ball at Spider Kelly's or whatever in my Arlington days. I could do that.
Is there an easier sport to gain entry into the Olympics than curling?
Summer Olympics 4 years ago or 2 years ago, breakdancing. Apparently, you don't have to know how to break
Apparently,
dance.
you don't have, that's, so good. That's a good pull. I was going to say that the Summer Olympics also have speed walking, which I feel like literally everyone can speed walk.
I mean, all I would do is ask for Taco Bell before, and then tell me where the porta potty is, and launch it.
How do you regulate speed walking versus jogging? Like, how do you do that? Like, anyway, yeah.
I don't know.
The Olympics, I mean, can we talk? I do want to talk about the Wiz and the trade that they pulled off at the deadline, but Lindsey Vaughn, I want to touch on this.
Brutal.
Let's talk about the injury. It's tough. It's clearly the end. She's 41 years old. She wasn't supposed to be in these Olympics, in these Winter Olympics. She's there. She qualified. You can't take that from her. But she was out there. But she was out there with a ruptured ACL. So like, it's not like she was 100%. You went out there anyway. What do you make of that, FP?
I think there's a lot of Olympic athletes that have gone out and played on like weaker ligaments. I don't think any of them have done it as fresh as what Lindsay, what her injury was.
Yeah, she didn't.
Her turnaround time was ridiculous, to the point where the week prior, building up to it, we were all talking about like she's got huge cojones and she's like more grit than like all of the professional male athletes out there, because she's like, no, I can still do it, and she was ready to go sacrifice it all. And the Olympics is what if you're going to sacrifice for something, sacrifice for the Olympics.
But she didn't need to do it. She's 41.
She didn't need to do it. Yeah. And she already has the accolades and the medals and everything. Like, but I get it from like a competitor standpoint why she did it. But it's the people around her that are like, you might want to take a beat on it. It's still really fresh.
My take on this is that it's I don't know what the like right term is, but it's somebody who doesn't really know when to quit. I know she earned a spot. She's one of the all-time greats, right? But like, you just have to like know, like, I'm just grasping. I want to be the best and the best. Like, I feel like she should have just hung it up. I don't know what the right word is, but I feel like what
makes you but that kind of insanity is what gets you to the place where you're an Olympic athlete.
I'm with you, Andy, on this. Like, somebody in her entourage, in her family, somebody must have sat her down and said, look, you can do this, but you shouldn't. Right? Like, is that, and then right. when you pop your ACL, like, you're okay, like, you can do this, but you shouldn't. I mean, that's really what this comes down to. And to see her laid up on the side of a mountain and send the helicopter, and like,
I mean, it was heartbreaking.
She's gonna move. Like, I mean, like, a recovery from an injury like that at 41 is a years long process. She's not 21. Like, and the reality is, the most she could have done was add another medal to a very illustrious, hardware cabinet. Like, she's already got golds. She's got.
Yeah, I feel this is like somebody who just didn't want to accept that, like, everything that her life has revolved around for the past 30 years it's over. Like, she just wouldn't accept it. And
in the end, the mistake that got her, I mean, it was very technical in nature. I mean, her pole got stuck. Like, very technical in nature. And it's wild to me too. Like, what I found, like, I always thought, when you go sideways like that, the skis are designed to like snap off. So exactly what happens to her doesn't happen. But I think I'm wrong on that. I think at this level, they're basically bolted to your feet. Like, they do not.
I don't. Yeah. I can understand where she's coming from, because it's the whole what if part of her life where it's like, you don't want to live the rest of your life of being, what if I went out there? What if I did get one more gold? What if I did go and I did well? I know, but like that, she's an Olympian, right? She has that competitive mindset where she's probably more at peace knowing that she got injured and it's over that way than not even trying. It's probably an easier pill for her to swallow.
I don't know if I'm buying that. I think she'd rather have her legs intact.
I'm saying I think it's an easier pill for her to swallow, that my career is now over. I went out there, I tried it, I broke. Yeah, I can accept that over not knowing if I mean it's
yes, it sucks, for her. Yeah, I mean, there's no easy pivot. But have you been watching, Andy? You were killing us last week for like, who watches the Olympics? Skeleton is badass. Luge is badass. Have you been watching those?
No, I have been looking at the men's hockey schedule, waiting to see when the U.S. plays. So
Okay.
February 12th, I'll be actually watching the Olympics and maybe.
You didn't watch any of the
more
figure skating this
curling.
past weekend?
No, I'm not.
You didn't see Team America?
I will say they
No.
introduced Gold Zone, which is one of
Amazing.
the better.
Yes.
Like that's genius for the Olympics to introduce Gold Zone.
I could get
Zone
behind that.
with
I could get
Scott
behind
Hansen. Like they have it. It makes the Olympics so much easier to digest.
Yeah, I mean,
I
there's
could get behind that.
yeah. Have you checked it out, Andy? It's
No,
very
I didn't know it existed. What's it
Yeah,
on? Obviously Peacock, right?
It's everything's on Peacock. You can. It also runs. I want to say it runs from 10 to midnight daily as well, or maybe it was 10 to 11:30. But
Yeah, I think it's like right after the prime time
Yes.
broadcast.
yes, but that's worth recording. Like even if you're not a Peacock subscriber, record NBC4 or USA. You like just do it. Hansen does a very good job with that. Of course he does. Hansen is
Yeah, I'll
freaking.
take a look.
Yeah.
But no,
I'm surprised that
how much have
ABC
you
and
guys watched lately?
ESPN are letting him do it for NBC though.
Why?
Well, didn't ABC bought or ESPN bought NFL Network?
NFL Network. Yes.
NFL Network owns Red Zone, which in theory they
Ah.
own Hansen. So for them to rebrand Gold
That's
Zone and pull Hansen, I'm surprised that's allowed.
I mean, maybe it's in partnership with. I don't know. I'd have to look into that one. That's interesting. I mean, listen, Peacock is on a little bit of a heater right now. I mean, the Super Bowl product was terrible, but it looked glorious in 4K.
The 4K looked good.
Looked great. Oh, and actually, I wanted to touch on this too. Charlie Puth did a phenomenal job.
Love
With
Charlie Puth.
Charlie, I mean, I love it. I love his social media stuff where he's always just posting about music. There's nothing but like music and music history and music theory.
He's coming to Eagle Bank this year. We should go. It'll be a great show.
I could do that. But I thought his rendition was or his performance was amazing. The flyover was perfect, and the fighter pilots with the fist bump,
Yeah.
perfect. I thought that was really well done. I mean, NBC, yeah, and the Olympics are proven to be high quality production as well. I'm looking at my show sheet here. You guys want to talk about Andy and use of a soap bar versus body gel, or do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about?
I
what the
actually-
Wiz pulled off at the end of the trade deadline.
I want to talk Wiz because Andy, I think, is the only person I've seen that's super negative on the AD trade.
Which is wild because I think you were expecting me to be super negative about the AD
Yeah, if anyone was going to be negative, I would imagine it would be you. There's just
I'm
something
negative
about
on
every trade,
I'm negative
by the way.
on AD. Like I just don't like him. I think he is I don't want to say like a cancer, but he's not available to play ever. He demands so much money. Any team he goes on, like the team automatically centers around him as the nucleus. And I get it. He's that good of a player, but he's just not there ever. So to completely transform your team around him is so stupid. And that's what I thought the Wizards were doing.
I don't know if they're transforming the team around him, to be fair. Did you happen to catch what Kevin Durant had to say about AD selecting the number 23? First player in DC to wear 23 since Jordan in 2001. Did you see
No, what he said.
Kevin Durant's comments? FP, did you see his comments?
No.
He said you should really wear 16, not 23. And of course, AD took the bait. He's like, why? He's like, because that's the average amount of games you play in a season. So it's pretty freaking on the nose from Kevin Durant. Also, not the burner account. It was a real Kevin Durant account. I would only challenge you on this, Andy.
Organizationally, I get it.
If this was a video game, it is. If you fired up 2K26 right now and did a roster update, the Wiz as constructed, if you simmed 10 seasons, make the playoffs in 9 of those 10. With the current starting lineup of healthy Trae Young, healthy Trae Johnson, anybody you want in the 3, probably Keyshawn George, in my opinion. And then Sar at the 4 and AD at the 5 with Bub and Bilal and potentially D'Angelo if he ever comes to DC. It looks like they're going to buy him out. You've got like 5, 6, 7 pieces here that are more than serviceable. I mean, they are.
That's
good.
not even factoring in if you draft a blue chip true all-star in the draft.
100%. Like they've got some very nice pieces here And the combination of Trey and AD should work. It just should work. And Johnson and George are excellent perimeter scorers, right? Yes, Bub is the big loser in all this because he'll go basically to 6-man land with Bilal, but the combination of Sarr and AD is just too sexy. It's just too appetizing to ignore.
Absolutely. For 10 games, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
that's the problem. That's the problem.
I think what's happening is, and this might be the asset management that the Wizards are doing. I think it's also playing a role in almost forcing the NBA to prove that the lottery isn't rigged. And to be like, look at this team we've assembled on paper, however it plays out in the season. Look at the players that we've assembled. This is a big market with now a competitive roster, quote unquote. Make sure we don't get like screwed again with our draft pick, our lottery pick.
But what do you think will happen?
It's rigged.
I think we're gonna not get it. I think
we're gonna draft like 7 or 9. That's where we always draft.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is the one season where they can force it. This is the one season where if it is corrupt, the NBA should be like, you know what? Maybe we do give it to DC.
Is that not what they did once upon a time with John Wall? Also, I will say this too, Andy. It's rare that John Wall and Gilbert Arenas agree on anything. They both love this trade. Like, they both really like this trade.
Look, I know the trade makes sense organizationally, right? Like, we got him for pennies. Same with Trae Young. We got him for pennies.
Yeah, no draft picks.
If it doesn't work out, the risk was very minimal. I get it. It's a good organizational trade, but from a fan's perspective, like, I just hate AD.
Yeah,
he's not my favorite.
I mean, if he plays less than 45 games next season, he's
not going to play. He's not going to play.
I know, but where do you set that line? Like, realistically, where do you set that line? He's not going to play 60.
That's a good question. No, what's your take? How many games does he miss or play next year?
I think if he plays less than 45 games, it's a failure. I mean,
Absolutely.
That's a low number.
My guess is he doesn't go more than 30.
Then it's not worth it. I mean, that's the honest truth, because then you're better off just letting the young guys keep learning at that point. Yeah. Right? I mean, look at what he's saying in Dallas.
He could be pretty influential in teaching the young guys.
No, that's not his character.
No, but he's never been that guy throughout his career.
That's not his character.
And the reality is, since the Luka trade, I don't know if you saw this stat. I think I'm going to recall it from memory here. AD had a total of 769 total points scored for the Mavericks in his career. Total. Luka has more than that in just the first quarter of games for the Lakers.
If you're Dallas, you've got to be furious because
Nico should be. He should be.
You got nothing for Luka. You got literally nothing for Luka.
But there's a whole conspiracy theory. We've talked about it on the show, FP, where all of this is a ploy to move the Mavericks to Vegas. Yeah, all of this is just to move. Like, they don't want the funding for the team. They want to tank basically to justify their move. They want Dallas to pay for it. This whole bit, by the way, about billionaire sports team owners demanding that taxpayers foot the bill for their arenas and stadiums. It's a terrible bit. It's not fair. It's not right. Like, they have the money. It's your team. Your team needs a building to play in. Why is the city having to compensate you for it? I really don't like that bit. Like, the city doesn't own the team. It's one thing if the Packers need a stadium. The fans own the Packers, right? The fans don't own the Dallas Mavericks. The fans don't own the Commanders, for that matter. Why is DC paying a portion
DC did it a little differently where a lot of the DC money is supposedly going to the infrastructure around.
I hear you. I'm just saying on principle, like, you own the team, right? You own the state. Like, right now, Harris Group owns FedEx Field or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
They won't own RFK in the end, right? They'll own the rights to RFK, but the city will own the stadium. So what happens when the team leaves?
Why would the team leave?
I don't know, but they left before, right? Did we not just have this happen like 30 years ago? They left RFK. It just became an eyesore. Like, it's your team. You want to build for yourself. It's your money. It's your team.
Yeah, I mean, DC is different because of the government owning the land.
Look at what happened with Teddy Leonsis announcing that they're moving the team to Alexandria. Was he ever moving the team to Alexandria? Never, not
No,
once.
they're turning Capital One into like Tyson's 2 Galleria.
It was just a strong arm It was just a strong arm tactic so that Mayor, what's her face, Mariel Bowser. Thank you.
Luigi.
Just pony up. I mean, look, she ponied up money to refab or upgrade Capital One, and now she's paying money for the Redskins to come back to the city. Like, it's all taxpayer money, man. Like, I don't know. It's maybe I'm in the minority in this, but it's not right. It's not right. Okay. There was a couple other NBA moves. Did anything of note that you guys want to talk about up at the trade deadline? Matt was all set. Matt was set that Giannis was going to. He was certain Giannis was going to Golden State.
I'm happy that didn't
We need
happen.
to get. Why isn't Matt here to talk NBA?
Nobody wants to step to the king.
I can't answer that question. But that's the truth. That's the truth. I've offered for the better part of a week and a half now. Anytime, anywhere. I'm ready. I'm ready for. I don't even need to prep. Has anybody taken me up on it? Nobody.
We need Peter. We need 20. We need Matt. We need all those folks to come in.
Peter and Matt. They watch the NBA. Razzle. We all grew up watching the NBA. You shouldn't need to prep for this conversation. Oh, Michael Jordan.
That's your call out. Call them out like they do in WWE. Get your mic.
What kind of promo?
Yeah. What's your
Listen
promo?
here,
Call out
brother.
this guy.
Listen here, brother. You bring that weak MJ is the best, but I can't prove it nonsense to the pod. I'll make you eat.
We actually had a pretty
Clip it. Dang it, Paul. That was perfect. That was perfect, Paul.
We had a pretty good debate with Peter and 20 offline in person. I was like, if Joe knew the conversation we were having right now and we didn't record it, like your head would have exploded. It was the exact conversation you wanted.
It's really helpful for a podcast to have.
I was just gonna say they're just allergic to doing it behind a microphone. I don't know.
Did anybody make a coherent point? Something that would actually hold water?
We actually had all of us had constructive points. It was
great.
A pretty good conversation.
Well, I hope there was a secret taping of this episode. That'd be great. I'd love to listen to it.
I think didn't you record FP or no?
I did it one time at Glory Days, but not I should have done it at IRL last time.
I stated my case openly, and I will defend it forever. Matt came in, for those that don't have the context, and this is why I've been calling him out now for the week and a half. Him and Razzle and anybody else that wants to make this ridiculous argument on the heels of the Giannis is going to Steph or going to Golden State
Warriors.
Argument, right, to the Warriors. He went on and on about how this would be the greatest duo the league has ever seen, basically. And I just chimed in and I said, just saw your message in the offline chat, Matt. That's ridiculous. Please, a little bit more respect for Kobe and Shaq. And then he exploded. He was like, oh, but well, Pippen and Jordan. I was like, yeah, Pippen and Jordan would have been a better duo as well. Frankly, LeBron and Wade was a better duo than Giannis and Steph. And then it morphed into, well, Steph is the greatest point guard ever. And then I laid a very coherent and intelligent argument as to why that is the worst thing he's ever said near me or near the show ever. Steph is not the best point guard in NBA history, not even close. And that's where we left it. And nobody will come on here and talk to me about it.
I need someone to come up here and say Baron Davis is better.
Well, Baron Davis would be a very tough argument to make, but I listen.
Steph
Anybody
Marbury.
listening to the show who wants to come talk to me about this, I am ready anywhere, anytime. Kyrie has a better bag, better handles. AI was the better pure scorer, and Damian Lillard, Steph's contemporary right now, is the better shooter. 100%.
What about my boy Steve Nash?
Steve Nash, I don't think you could argue Nash is a better passer. I just don't. But you look at just the contemporaries that Steph has had to play against his entire career, primarily Kyrie and Damian Lillard. These guys are they are the same class of point guard. You cannot put one just definitively above the other. The reason everybody does that with Steph is because he owns the 3-point record, and that's great. He ruined basketball. Your God has ruined basketball. Great. Thank you so much. God, you got me all worked up here. Get one of these losers in here, and I'll talk to them about this right now. I will make them
they're
clip
busy
it.
watching speed skating right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go catch
No, guys, come on. Let's not get back to the Olympics and synchronized snow angels and in competitive snowman
Synchronized
building.
snow angels.
That's
I
right.
mean, at one point, Matt. Now you got me all pissed off, Andy. Like at one point, he was telling me
Prime
that
time Chris Paul.
I miss primetime. Chris Paul did everything. Primetime Chris Paul on Chris Paul circa the Clippers.
Mhm.
You tell me he didn't do everything for that team? Like everybody dies on the hill of Steph is the best point guard ever because he made 5 million 3-pointers. Okay, that's fine. You know who beat him in the finals? Kyrie. Truth. Sorry, it's a fact. Oh, Michael Jordan. It's the same. It's the same with the losers that are just gonna carry water from Michael. Michael Jordan was the best. Yeah, he beat up on Nick Anderson 40 times a year and Sam Cassell. That's great. Kobe was going against T-Mac and
Got
Vince.
them all worked up right when the show's about to end.
I'm just saying. Like everybody just forgets like the quality of talent and who they were playing with. Yeah, the NBA was so amazing that Jordan took half a season off, came back, and made it deep into
All right.
the playoffs.
There it is. Matt, Razzle, Peter, 20. You guys have all been called out.
I'd like to think they listen to the show, but they don't.
Well, I mean, I like to think they listen to the show. The truth is, anybody who makes it an hour and 5 into it, unless we're doing an OMC tagged on the end of it, the numbers show that people just fall off right at 47 minutes or so is where we lose steam. But I'll tell you what, if you listen on Apple Podcasts, the chapters, what's really interesting is when you look at the numbers, because the AI now will create chapters based on what we're talking about, and we can see which topics go bananas and which ones don't. It's kind of interesting.
Is it when FB talks, the numbers go up?
Yeah, something like
it's when we start talking about Andy's bar of soap in the shower or FP's.
Are we going to pretend like we don't have some wild shower takes?
Let me see the numbers.
You think people forgot about your toothbrush? You think people forgot about
the toothbrush in the shower is a pro move. Everybody needs to get one. It's fantastic.
And you're a gel guy. Just tell us. It's okay.
Yeah, I do put gel in my hair and
gel in your hair. That's not what I was talking about at all.
There's something about married scenes popping up in my head right now.
Oh my god!
What are we talking about? Gel? Yeah, I do gel my hair.
FP's a bar of soap guy.
Yeah, he washes
bar
his
soap
face
and a
with the
loofah,
same
baby.
Bar of soap that he does his ass crack with. And
bar of soap. The bar of soap doesn't touch me. It touches the loofah.
Also, soap is self-cleaning. Just so we're clear,
especially if it's the antibacterial type.
Are you a Dove guy? Or are you an Irish Spring? You look like an Irish Spring guy.
I'm
definitely Irish Spring.
Irish Spring.
Yeah,
or
for sure he's Irish. I think he's spending more than $1 on a bar.
The gold dial antibacterial is money.
You're buying soap from the bottom shelf of the freaking grocery store.
What is soap like alcohol, like top shelf soap versus bottom
Andy
shelf? Like
Andy
alcohol?
looks like he's like dollar store, Dollar General.
He's a dial guy for sure.
I get dial.
I'm Harry's.
I know. We just covered that. I know. What are you, an Axe guy?
Harry's.
Harry's is like, it's like mid upper top shelf, I think, right?
It's pretty
good.
good.
Top shelf for CVS.
There was a brand called Hawthorne for a while that doesn't exist anymore.
Dr. Sasquatch bar soap smells amazing.
It does, but I find that it doesn't last very long.
$8
also. I appreciate all the Christmas gifts. I always get them as it's a weird Christmas. It's like a weird stocking stuffer to give somebody a bar of soap because like what are you telling me? But they're always nice.
Yeah,
bars.
you smell better. Yeah.
I mean, it's like how else can you possibly take that, right? Like,
yeah, but who doesn't want to smell like bourbon and stirrups or whatever sense they have?
Yeah, that's true. This Sasquatch stuff is good. Yeah. But I think we were an even split, gels versus bars. But it's okay. Andy and his shower takes. It's no problem. No problem.
Anytime.
Anything you want to plug, Andy?
Oh man, no. I actually didn't prepare for a plug today. Hold on. Come back to me.
Hey, FB, you want to plug anything? Anything happening in Caps land?
No, Olympic break. I don't think we revisited how bad the Super Bowl commercials really were this year.
I mean, I'm happy to stay on and talk through it.
So bad.
Instacart was a good one with Ben Stiller. That was a good commercial.
The AI Dunkin' Donuts regenerative youth commercial where you got all the 90s guys back.
I got a chuckle out of it. I got to be honest. I got a chuckle out of it.
It was hard.
The one I liked was the Alexa one with Helmsworth or Helms, whatever, the guy from Thor.
With Thor, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That one was okay for me.
No Doritos.
No Doritos ad. Yeah, no Doritos ad.
I didn't see Coca-Cola. I didn't see Mountain
Pepsi
Dew.
went hard with the Coke polar bears. Yeah. Also, I'm kind of over the bit of advertising a movie and then telling me to go online to watch the trailer. I'm staring at my effing screen. Why don't you play the trailer? Let me see. Like, show me.
Yeah.
A lot of
Trailers
movies.
for trailers for trailers. Commercials for commercials for commercials.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay, Andy, what do you want to plug? Go.
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, so we stalled. We were okay. All
Because
right.
I was involved in the
F1
conversation. I didn't get a chance to
Nobody-
think about my.
Nobody's watching Daytona 500 this weekend.
I will watch Daytona.
Yeah, I mean,
Actually, Cadillac revealing their livery for their F1 car via Super Bowl commercial was pretty good.
are
too.
they running their own motors?
Not until 2028.
So who are they running in their?
I think
Cadillac
it's a
show?
Ferrari engine.
It's probably Mercedes.
It might be Mercedes or Ferrari.
How, that's common though, right? Like, so
Yeah.
what does Cadillac own on the car?
They're doing the development for the car,
Okay,
but they're using a different company's powertrain. But that
There's,
happens
like,
across
really
F1.
there's really like only 4 or maybe
Yeah.
5. And
Red Bull just went to Ford. Audi's going to do Audi.
Honda, there's
Honda,
Ferrari,
Mercedes,
Mercedes.
Ferrari. Yeah.
what about
And
Aston?
they all use the other. What?
I don't think
Aston
Aston is a constructor.
Anymore? What about Jag? Well, Jag is now Red Bull.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Red Bull's Ford now. They went away from Honda.
But Ford doesn't have their own.
No.
So does
Ford doesn't
Mercedes
have F1
put the
team.
same Mercedes motor in their cars in Cadillac's cars?
It's the same powertrain and available parts, and it's up to the team how they use it and develop it and software and map it. And
I
do
saw a pretty good
computers.
graphic. I'll share it with the group. I'll show you.
Yeah, because this is interesting to me. Like, Mercedes has an interest in selling parts or selling motors to the Cadillac team, but they have a greater interest in not giving Cadillac an advantage.
You have to separate the automobile manufacturer from the F1 team, if that makes sense.
Well, Cadillac is in it.
Mercedes
Yeah.
has their engine. Go pay us for it. Use it on your F1 team. Mercedes F1 has their own developed, like Mercedes is developing Mercedes.
Okay. So Mercedes, it's not
Yeah.
the same engine then.
No, but F1 regulations, everything is like
Very similar.
within like a fraction of a difference.
So why not go all in then and just say everybody runs the same crate engine and every year it's just a different engine?
Because then you're in NASCAR.
Well, they're not running the same engine. They're running the same spec.
Yeah, but
Like, as far as I know, no one in NASCAR is running their competitor's engine.
no, yeah, the Toyotas are running Toyotas. The Fords
Everybody's
are running
running their own
Fords.
stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
the Daytona 500 is, I know a lot of people get up for it, even if they're not NASCAR
The
fans.
commercial for it was fantastic.
Yeah, and it signals the beginning of the, for us anyway, right? It's the beginning of the NFL offseason. And we do have an OMC on the books. It's a big one, 4 movies. I am through 2 of 4 movies so far. FP, have you made it through more than 2?
I have finished 2.
Andy, are you through 2 or less?
0.
Yeah, it feels like you hasn't started. You're gonna have a long week ahead of you. I'd like to record that next week, actually, if it's possible. So you got some
it's
movie
the
watching.
true first OMC.
Henshuf.
Can you believe that we've been doing OMC for a year? Can you believe that? That's how long.
I'm ready. I'm ready for our 3rd show to take off.
Yeah, Cadillac runs a Ferrari engine. You were right.
Cadillac runs Ferrari. Okay. And F1 starts when?
March, the 3rd week of March is the
I mean,
first
it's around the
race.
corner at this point. It's
Mhm.
5-6 weeks. Okay, boys. All right. OMC 23 is next week. We got 4 Bond movies. No Daniel Craig. I don't remember off the top of my head. We'll attach them here. So I think I do remember. Live and Let Die is the Live and Let Die from Roger Moore. We've got Dr. No.
From Russia with Love.
Oh, sorry. From Russia with Love is Connery.
Yeah.
Live and Let Die for Roger Moore. License to Kill for Timothy Dalton. And
Pierce
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah.
Those are our 4. So we've got some holiday weekend James Bonding to do before we record next week. Thank you, boys, for making time. Andy, always a pleasure to see you. You look great. FP, thanks for making time. I love that Commander shirt. I don't know where you got a red, white, and blue Commander shirt, but it's freaking money. That's a really nice shirt. My name is Joe. This is episode 371. Congratulations to the Seahawks Super Bowl champs, Super Bowl 60 champs. We are on I was going to say 23 and a half hour break, but whatever that is times 6. I do miss Tony Reality. We're coming up on the end, 1 year anniversary of the end of Around the Horn. We'll talk about that more in a couple weeks. Thank you for hanging out with us. Until next week, we are out.